Finally, the Bearded One has come back for 2016. Woo! The original Random Rocker, and realist in this case. I said realer, but I figured realist sounds a little bit better. Leave a comment below, or all that stuff, and tell me what you think. But moving on. This movie right here. I knew very little. Usually I have other reviewers that I check out, and I kind of usually go by that. I only had one, and he had a nice review, but I really didn't get a whole lot out of that one. But regardless of that, I did get something out of this movie. Anyway, on my own merit. It didn't start off, I didn't catch on right in the beginning of it. It takes a while, but son of a gun does this movie work. Maybe not in the context of 3D, because most of the time it's converted, but depending on where you sit at, it won't feel so converted. Find the right spot. Unfortunately, that'll be a lot of people who will do that when it comes to this particular film. Shoot. I would have been happy if this film, or Kung Fu Panda 3 over there, that's on that poster over there, would have been what knocked this out, you know? Or at least, you know, would have been what took over #1 at box office. Over that motherfucker over there. Because this son of a bitch here, I have nothing too much against Ice Cube, but he needs some work. But this son of a bitch over here doesn't deserve it. He does not deserve to fuck with this and ruin any chance of beating out James Cameron. Twice. Ever. Abrams deserved that, especially after nearly right around the time where box office sales were booming for that movie. Boy, did he pick a better time to surprise us with a trailer that we're going to get in 2 months, man. Ladies and gentlemen, 2 months! We're going to get something awesome from J.J. Abrams that we've been waiting for, that we never knew we were going to get for a long time. But he had to hold off. He had to hold back because he was so busy with this film that he had to make sure that had the attention it deserved. But, regardless of my rant, back to the finest hour. Words. Blah. Random. That's how this channel is. That's how it always will be. Ladies and gentlemen. And I'm here to tell you, again, consistently, like I already did earlier, it's great. The score is great. I wish you remembered the name. But this Holliday Grainger chick, when she is on the screen, she's definitely, especially when she pops open, you understand why Chris Pine is like, boy, man. Like, yeah, if that's how things were around the 50s, I'd pop one out too, man. I mean, he doesn't actually do that. I mean, this is Disney we're talking about here. They're not going to do that. But they have the nuts, balls to show some pretty graphics, some slightly graphic enough stuff to really show the intensity of what the Coast Guard has to do, and what people in situations like this, that this big old crew had to deal with back then. It's insane, and that's how the Coast Guard worked. And Eric Bana's character just annoyed the fuck out of me. I mean, sure, he's a big gun and everything like that, but he's such a piece of... I mean, he's such a piece of crap in this, like, his character. I just didn't care for him at all, man. It's just, yeah. I didn't care for him at all. Yeah. But I will say, Chris Pine is great in here. Holliday Grainger is great. Their chemistry as a couple is great. The romance aspect wasn't so front center, but it was there. It wasn't, like, stupid there. It wasn't like overly Romeo Juliet Pearl Harbor or anything like that, or stupid tweeny. Fuck Twilight. Fuck Twilight. In fact, no. No, this here is reserved for something better, damn it. Ugh. Damn that fucking piece of crap. Ugh. Can't even think about that anymore. Because we need to talk about some finest hours, and I had some finest hours watching this movie, despite being in 3D, which I don't understand. It's mostly converted, except like when they do Snowfall, which is a lot in this movie. It actually works real well, if you find the right spot to sit at, I guess. And, yeah. Finest hours definitely rocks. For sure. All the way. Definitely, for the most part, will make my 2016 best of the year. Hopefully. And yes, guys, if you like this movie, you like what I had to say about this, smash that like button. Comment below if you have anything to say, whether you like or do not like it. Like it. Does it? I think, you know what, it doesn't matter what I, or maybe even you think. What matters is you check this movie out and give it the love it deserves, because it definitely, as a random rocker and a random realist, specifically realist, in this case, it is one of the best films that I've ever seen in the month of January thus far. I'll probably have a lot of fun with another film that's posters back that way, and yeah. I'm going to have to see the other films before I do that one. Research. Freaking research, I tell you. Regardless, this movie fucking rocks all the way. As I've said before, the romance is great. To capture and give you the feel in 3D nonetheless of that time period, during that time when they are in the midst of the weather, the waves, and the bar, or whatever they call it. I'm not very good at this, so people in the Coast Guard, comment below and give me some pointers here if you have seen the movie, and tell me even if there is any particular flaws that stand out to you the most. And yes, I'm glad to know that of the movies I've seen this year, this was probably better than what 13 Hours might have been. But we'll still have to wait and see that one, too. A lot of other good films are coming out this year, let me tell you. And Deadpool is one of them, which I will be seeing in a couple weeks. But before I do that, by the time you have seen this, it'll be a little bit of a late post. Or actually, scratch that. Not so much a post, but a late upload. By the time you get this, and hopefully by the time you get to see my other stuff. Eventually some album reviews are coming. Potentially Dream Theater's new album, Outstanding. Astounding. Yes, that said that right. The 2.5-minute epic they have for progressive metal, which thus far doesn't seem like it's going to be as epic as last year's. Or in rock, I guess. Regardless, there is plenty of stuff I'd like to talk about with that as well. Not just this film, but of course, Civil War, Captain America. Suicide Squad, already from the trailer we got a couple weeks ago, looks definitely no questions about it. This will be their Guardians of the Galaxy for the DC's and Warner Brothers universe of films cinematic universe we're gonna get. If Batman v Superman fails, it'll give, yeah, that's kind of it, guys. If there's anything else that I may have missed about this film and you want to tell me, once again, just comment below. But if you liked what you had to hear, how random it may be, as usual, smash that like button. And yeah, ladies and gentlemen, as always, I'm T the Man, telling you to keep it random, keep it real, and keep it rockin'. If you smell what random rockin' real riffs and reviews is cooking.